Jaden Daniels, he's now 3-0 against the Giants in his young career. Washington opened the season with a 21-6 victory at Northwest Stadium. The floor is yours, Ed.
It was good and bad. I'm gonna start with the good. I thought that both lines, the defensive line and the offensive line, did pretty good. I think the defensive line, for the most part, dominated. They had Russell Wilson in trouble early and often. They stopped the run game. Tyrone Tracy, Devin Singletary, Scatterbo. They didn't really do too much out there. They had a couple of good plays. I think the leading rusher was Russell Wilson. A little bit of concern for me, but other than that, D line did really good. O line also did well. For the most part, Jaden Daniels got protected. It was only like when he was, trying to make something happen or a couple of times Brian Burns did get some. I think he was sacked 3 times. I can't remember if Brian Burns sacked him all 3 times, but I know he was sacked 3 times. But we were able to run the ball. For the most part, he had time in the pocket to make some passes and do his thing. And the running game was really good. Bill looks like the job is his. It's kind of surprised that Chris Rodriguez, one of the running backs, was a healthy scratch. Austin Eckler and Jerry McNichols were the other running backs. Salute to Austin Eckler, man. He was the basically the lead back. He had some really good runs. He had a couple of really nice catching runs. There was one run where he like spent off a defender and rushed for. I think it was like a second and long, a third and long play too, and it really helped momentum wise because I'm gonna get into the bad in a second. But it really helped us momentum wise, keeping the drive alive, and a good win against a divisional opponent in a conference as well. So I'm happy with that. Now let me get to a little bit of bad. First of all, it's still this is something that the Commanders Washington has done in the past where we played to the level of competition. There were plenty of moments I thought we should have blew this game wide open, but something dumb would happen. Dumb penalties, which we had 12 of, by the way. Did not like that at all. We got to clean that up, especially against the opponent we got in this short week, the Packers. We got to clean that up. Didn't like that at all. Jaden Daniels, even though his numbers are great, he was off in my opinion. Some throws were behind receivers. He wasn't hitting them in stride. They had to readjust to the ball, and they couldn't catch it and go on the run. They had to readjust, catch it, and fall to the ground because the defender was right on it. So hopefully he cleans that up. I think him only having like basically one series in preseason, he was a little rusty. So hopefully these next few weeks he's back and he's smoking and more accurate the ball. Because some of those passes, I mean, they weren't. I think there was one with my boy Scary Terry McCormick. They didn't connect on a deep ball where if he would have caught it, probably would have been a touchdown. So I know since Terry was on his hold in, their chemistry isn't right there yet. I think a couple more weeks they'll be back on track because we saw him and Debo pretty much had a nice connection. But again, work on those passes, work on that accuracy, hitting guys in stride because Zach Ertz, there was a play early in the game where he had to basically turn around and catch the ball and he dropped it. That kind of killed the drive. So little things like that where we're playing to the level of competition. Um, the penalties did not like it all. And, Jaden Daniels just being a little more tight with it, being a little bit more accurate with his passes. Other than that, I was pretty satisfied with that. I thought Malik Neighbors was going to go crazy on us. For the most part, we held him in check. He did have some spectacular catches, but like we both said, he's a really good boarding on great wide receiver, and we'll see what happens. Um, Only thing that I'm kind of wondering about is I said that the defensive line dominated. I'm kind of wondering, is that because the offensive line stinks of the Giants, or is that more to come for the Commanders in that defensive line with Javon Kinlaw and Deron Payne out there, and then Eddie Goldman coming in as a rotational piece. So we'll see how that looks going forward. The linebackers, I'm still couple plays. Frankie Louvu pissed me off. No comment on Bobby Wagner. Brandon, you know how I feel about Bobby Wagner. No comment on him. You do your thing out there, Bobby Wagner. No comment on you. But hopefully the linebackers play a little bit more. Before I get into any of that, Brandon, what were your thoughts on the game, though?
Yeah, nothing fancy, y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Just good old New York Giants football. 4 for 6 on third down, 3.7 yards per play. O line sucked. To answer your question, Ed, it wasn't your defensive line just yet. and then piss poor tackling. Ed hit on everything, Commander. So I'm going Giants, y'all. And then twice, technically 3 times, they were down inside the Commander 10-yard line. Um, Ed's defensive lineman, I believe he is Wise. He got the Commander penalty for illegal use of the hands to the face. Ended up on the 1-yard line, set the Giants up. They could not get a yard. Okay. In fact, they lost a yard. And then you go to the fourth quarter. Okay. Same thing. 4 straight incompletions at the Washington 3-yard line. Can't forget about that Brian Daboll, Malik Neighbors sideline exchange. He was a little fed up. I believe that was
Mm,
in the first half.
yeah.
Daboll then tried to, show off in front of the cameras, try to dap him up, and
Yeah, come on, Malik. You can't carry your coach like that now. Come on, man.
Neighbors just ignored the hell out of him. So, yeah, as usual, the Giants still have major issues. 3 straight season openers without a touchdown. It's the first team since the 1940s to do that, long before you and I um, were born, and we could basically double our age. I mean, that's how long ago it was. Only hope is that they could run the ball next week at Dallas, because Dallas run defense didn't show any signs of improvement week 1. But I'm still not um, counting things, any type of progress for the Giants so far based on week 1. Good win, Washington.